Hi, I'm Megan. I am the host of First Conference this year, and I'm here today with Jurgen Appelo, who is one of our international speakers. And I'd like to introduce you to him. Actually, Jurgen, do you want to maybe give us a bit of brief overview of your background and who you are and what you're going to be doing when you come over here?
Sure. So my name is Jurgen Appelo. I'm from the Netherlands, though I actually live in Brussels, Belgium. And nowadays I'm a speaker and writer and entrepreneur. I have my own little businesses where I focus on the role of manager in agile organizations. I've been doing that for a good number of years now, about 7 years, I think. And before that, I was a manager myself at small and medium-sized companies, including the role of CIO for a good number of years. And I had to figure out myself how managers contribute to making an agile organization or not. I have some failures and successes behind me, and I gladly share those. And I will be doing the same at the conference over there on the other side of the planet. I look forward to that.
You know, you've been over here quite a few times, and I've been happy to see you actually at Dare Festival a couple of years ago, and that was wonderful. I can't wait to see you again.
Yeah.
So First Conference it's a one-day conference, and it's going to be held on the 2nd and 3rd of March. It's about discovering or rediscovering the basic principles of Agile and understanding, or the heart of Agile is what we're looking at this year. Jurgen, what do you want people to take away from your keynote at First Conference?
Well, I'm going to offer 7 silver bullets, as I call them, tongue-in-cheek. And I'm not giving away all of them right now, but 2 or 3 of them are that you have to manage the system, not the people. I prefer to have people manage each other on a self-organizing team, but then someone still needs to set some boundaries for that self-organizing team. And I have some examples of me managing the system, not the people. Something else is learn from experiments, run more experiments, because when we run experiments, we have the highest rate of information accumulation, as the researchers say. So the more experiments we run, the more we learn, and that includes failing half of the time, because that's the whole point of running an experiment. And another one is about the meaningfulness of the organization. For example, as a company, you should try to answer questions such as, what is it the world would miss if our company wasn't there? That's a fascinating question to think about. So those are 3 of the 7 bullets. I will keep the other 4 in my pocket for when I'm there in Melbourne.
I look forward to hearing them. So what is your best advice for someone starting out on their Agile journey?
Wow. Well, it often comes down to, I have noticed, leading by example. I am often the first one to try a new practice, to try a new idea. I rarely try to change other people. It has the best effect, I've noticed, if I'm the first one doing something and then just paving the path for others so they can follow me. So I'm probably going to show my examples of personal mapping, for example, where I was the first one who made a personal map of myself and offered it to my team and have them ask questions about it. And then I asked my teammates to do the same thing, to create their personal maps so that we could ask questions to each other. So I clearly was leading by example there. And an important thing is offer everything as an experiment, because every good practice that you see somewhere else could be a good practice for you, but maybe it isn't. So it's going to count as an experiment. It is not, by definition, a change that is desirable. You will have to test the good practice, the language is much easier for people to swallow if you say, I'm going to invite you to join me in this experiment. Does it sound like fun? Well, hell yes. I mean, as children, we learned long ago to take part in experiments and try things out. If someone says, hey, I'm going to change your behaviors, you say, what? Go mind your own business. And ultimately, it would come down to the same thing. It's just a matter of bringing it with a more positive and inviting language.
So you're someone who drives business agility. What does this mean to you?
For me, it means surviving for as long as possible. That is what it means from a scientific perspective. The fitness of a complex system is simply correlated to the longevity of its surviving in a hostile, ever-changing environment. So the longer you're able to survive, apparently the more agile you are. Well, that's a bit abstract. Of course, you'll have to make that concrete, and in a concrete sense, that could mean, for example, having short feedback cycles, testing more often what it is that the environment needs from you, so that you can change direction. And that applies not only to product development and service delivery, but also to management around those products and services, which is where my job comes in, basically. But short feedback cycles are just one technique, one example of surviving for longer time. There are no guarantees. There are never any guarantees, but it increases your chance of surviving for yet another day and having a bit more fun.
Wow, I cannot wait till you get over here. Thank you so much for your time. We will see
you. Thank you too, Megan.
The 2nd and the 3rd of March. And again, if you'd like to book tickets for First Conference, the website is www.1stconf.com.